Andy here, pocket kings.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. You pick up a premium hand in a loose game, and it's your time to shine. Let's go. But hold up. You're facing heat from the wild player at the table, and you are out of position. This could get tricky.
4-ball with Jack 7 suited.
It's not an L like man, that's bullshit.
And Andy's just gonna call.
I didn't get an invite, and I'm the second biggest loser.
And there's the ace on the flop. Every time I get kings, there's a goddamn ace on the flop.
What? Dude, this game is terrible.
Does losing with king to a random ace-6 put you on raging monkey tilt? Then stick around, because in this video, I'm going to highlight the 3 reasons why Andy lost the least with pocket kings. Studying how players like Andy Stacks react to unfavorable boards can act as a blueprint for how to approach these spots in your own game. Keep in mind, Andy's kings were disrespected, but he had the last laugh as he booked a $100,000 win that night, despite not winning a big hand with king. Let's take a look at the first hand against the infamous artist, Nick Airball. It's probably no surprise by now, but Nick Airball is a wild card. He is going to stab often, and he is not afraid of running a big bluff on scary boards. Some of those scary boards give us a really good hand which work in our favor. Unfortunately, on an ace-high board against an unpredictable opponent, you are playing a guessing game with king. So can you think of many river cards that you are going to like with king, no diamond? I mean, if Andy's feeling frisky, he could decide to run a bluff if a diamond comes, but do you really want to play a guessing game against Nick Airball? In this first example, we are out of position. Usually getting 4-bet with king is great because we can likely get it all in right then and there. But in a deep high stakes game, it's not so easy. And Andy might not want to put in a committing raise, in this case a 5-bet, and let Airball off the hook by tipping the strength of his hand. I wonder if he ever makes that adjustment after the king-9 shenanigans versus Ryan Feldman. I think it was a 6-bet pot, king-9 versus ace-deuce suited. So they've got a good thing going at Hustler Casino Live. Let's continue. This hand took place within the first hour of the stream. There wasn't much reason to believe that Nick would run an airball bluff, get it, airball, this early into the stream. No blood on the table. Might be a good time to let it go and set yourself up for a better spot later.
And Andy's gonna let it go.
So stressful bluffing Andy with nothing.
I wish I was in this hand.
Real quick, I created this channel to help the poker community become a healthier place. If you're getting some value from this video, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribed and accompanied me on this journey. Accompanied? Stanley is a tag. Although he is the co-founder of DoorDash, he plays more like the for-profit players than the recreational players. Having position against this player profile is fantastic. You won't make as much versus the other recreational players, but you won't lose as much either because you can pump the brakes on a bluff and take a free card, or in this case, go for some pot control with a strong but not nutted hand in a 4-bet pot. Andy Stacks is in position with a premium hand and he's on the button. A 4-bet is prudent, and this is much more of a favorable spot than before. He can likely manipulate the size of the pot to his liking, as Stanley is the type of player who wants to play well and not to do anything that's too out of the box. It's clear Stanley's approach to playing against the regs is tight, solid, and aggressive. He's not trying to impress anyone or bully anyone on the table. He's there to play well.
We could see a big one here.
You like spicy.
We could see a big one here. And there's the casual 4-bet to 15,000.
It has nothing to do with it being spicy. It's burning.
It's okay, Professor.
Oh my god.
I'm sure Stanley's probably thinking that, you know, Andy's got to know he's been playing snug the entire night. So I would think Stanley does more calling here than anything else. Yeah, there's the call. So 31,500. And a queen on the flop. So Stanley rips top set. And obviously, Andy has to know that there are some queen in Stanley's range, but still not going to make him not bet the flop here.
明天3月打的1万块。
这个挺好笑，对不对？
He's going to go 9,000. And this is really where you have to bear down when you actually have a nut hand. How are you going to maximize? I'm sure Stanley wants to try to play as balanced as possible. And he does just call, but definitely some action-killing cards that can come here on the turn. And he's out of position. Here we go, to the turn. Well, that's a big brick, though.
The turn doesn't change much, but Andy senses something and goes for pot control on the turn.
And if Andy puts in a bet here, it's probably going to be a check jam for Stanley. That's probably going to be the play. And Andy checks behind.
He has that option as the in-position player and checks back. River is another high card. Stanley checks again? In most cases, this is the green light to go for value. Not often will a player who isn't a professional check 3 times with a value hand in a multi-bet spot. Kudos for Stanley on getting creative.
Sneaky check here by Stanley.
What can you do?
Maybe sussing out that Andy was pot controlling something like aces or kings.
It's fucking insane. You can't. Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do, man.
Check, check!
Did you see the look Andy gave Stanley at the end of that hand? So I recognize this look Andy gives when the queen is revealed. It's almost like a, yeah, I thought you were up to something and I wasn't going to fall for it. Less annoyed with the run out and more mano-a-mano tension. Might take some digging to find spots like that in your own game, but I assure you, regs in the game feel the same way about the type players who think trapping will set them financially free at the poker table. So next time a player fails to win a big pot against a good player because they were slow playing, take a quick look at the player who lost. Do they look surprised or annoyed? Andy got burned with kings, but still managed to book a 6-figure win on the super high stakes stream. Say that 3 times fast. Super high stakes stream, super high stakes. When you take into account these 3 things, player profile, position, and game flow, I think it's a little easier to understand how Andy Stacks was able to lose the least with pocket kings. Knowing what to focus on is hard, and if you struggle with your thought process while playing poker, I made a video compiling 25 minutes of Phil Galfon's best advice. Give it a look, and I'll see you in the next one.